there were a number of reactions from political pundits following the hearing involving Dr. Blasey Ford and Brett Kavanaugh. But one reaction really stood out for how incredibly insensitive and deplorable it really was. And it involved a man by the name of Kevin Jackson. He's apparently a Fox News contributor. And on Twitter, he said the following in regard to the accusers in the Brett Kavanaugh case. So while Christine Blasey Ford was testifying, he said, "Dang girl, stop opening your legs and open a book."
Wow, unbelievable.
And he also included in the beginning, academic problems came from her promiscuity.
These guys are such bad guys.
Yeah.
The only good news out of that is that they're so vomitous that they turn off almost the entire country. Well, how bad a guy do you have to be to write that? But he's not done yet, he's got more.
Let's go to the next one. It wasn't challenged because leftist women are skanky for the most part. More will be sued and made to pay for their lies. Grow up, puppo.
It's referencing the tweet down below.
Right, okay. Let's take a look at the next one. I disagree, feminists are their own worst enemies and enemy of women. Also, they want men to never be believed. I'm not succumbing. To hell with the notion that women must be believed no matter what. Lying skanks is what these three women are, and we all know more.
How do you know more? Were you there, Kevin? And so that's pretty classy to call Dr. Blasey Ford, who is a psychology professor, a skank. Even the Republican senators had enough sense to know that she was credible, and they called her that. How did you watch that in the morning? Have all the even almost all the Fox News hosts who talked about it, Stuart Varney exception, say, "Oh yeah, wow, that was devastating. That was really credible." But this Fox News guy, Kevin Jackson, looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, skank. Knew she was lying all along."
Close your legs.
Yeah, gee, I wonder if you were biased from the get-go. I can't quite tell.
And one more tweet for you. I mean, it's incredible because usually after one of these disgusting tweets, there would be enough backlash to convince the individual that, hey, maybe this is a bad idea and maybe I should retract this and apologize. But no, he doubled down. The next one, Democrats' latest great feminist hope against Kavanaugh admits to attending 10 gangbangs where Kavanaugh waited his turn. Something tells me that Swetnick wasn't at these parties for the drinks. Hashtag dragging bottom of the barrel. Bottom of barrel.
Well, the last hashtag is the only accurate thing. I mean, he is dragging the bottom of the barrel. So he's claiming that the third accuser went to the parties to get gang raped. That's a Fox News contributor. Okay, so, I mean, look, guys, there's a high emotions on all sides. You saw it with the senators, you saw it with the people testifying. But I believe there's got to be a balance of reason. And you know, I'm not in the business of telling them what to do with their business, but that's a really bad guy, and seems incredibly personal for him. And the idea that he thinks he represents women better than feminists, okay, well, at least he made it hilarious. Okay, but the rest of it was grotesque. Important addition to a story we just did on the show, Kevin Jackson, contributor to Fox News, has been fired. We told you about his outrageous tweets just a couple of minutes ago. And Fox News put out a statement saying Kevin Jackson has been terminated as a contributor. His comments on today's hearings were reprehensible and do not reflect the values of Fox News. Whether they reflect the values of Fox News is a different question, but either way, Kevin Jackson has been fired. So we were wondering if that was gonna happen, and it did. That didn't take long. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.